plenty of space. Nico Baby is not. There's actually no ball. Where VIRTUS Pro.
Just like a Sven with Heavenly Grace. Heavenly Grace is one of the best buffs you can have on a Sven. Meanwhile, Nico Baby has nothing. I mean, I'm sure Esport will get a Solar Crest, but you know that's probably going to be it. I'm sure someone will buy a Solar Crest with a Sven as well. So in the head-to-head matchup, I think Nico Baby is going to feel a little bit weaker. It all depends on how these lanes go and how the early mid goes. It's going to be a huge indicator on how this game is going to play out. So let's get into it. Game number 1 in this best of 3 elimination series here in the OGA Dota pit. It is VIRTUS Pro versus Alliance battling out against elimination. The loser of this series is done in this tournament. Their chances are gone. Be them.
The winner will play against not Team Liquid, see Team Nigma. It's been over a year, and I still imagine them as Liquid, you know. Team Nigma. Team Liquid did not play in this event.
No, they did not. Nigma did try on the exchanges. So down at bottom, you got S4 and Handskin hanging out, just kind of looking around. Ilias and Athletic Kid, they are also vision.
30 seconds.
Setting eyes on each other and seeing if anyone can steal a rune from one another. Top lane is going to be the Phoenix and Mars. That old classic combo. Very, very strong though. It's classic for a reason because it just works. It just works. The arena with the Supernova later on, and in the lane it's just kind of a lot of harassment. The Mars really appreciates heroes which can help him feel tankier, and the Phoenix does exactly that.
The battle begins.
My focus still is probably on the Keeper of the Light. I think potential on him. If he ever gets God's Rebuke, like if he gets close enough for Mars to cast that spell, he's just right. This hero only has 500 HP.
Yeah.
The worst starting HP pools in the game. And mid lane, Puck versus Pain matchup. This is so nice to watch.
Yeah, Puck generally has the advantage in this lane, but oftentimes we'll see people just not leveling the dagger. As we see here, Screaming Pain is going to be the starting point. Mid lane pretty sleepy, and of course bottom lane we've got the Sven and the Omni Knight laning up into S4 and Handskin. Handskin of course on the Clockwork, and S4 on the DP, just going to be sucking away with the Spirit Siphons. 2 melee strength heroes makes this DP feel very strong down here at bottom, so I imagine Alliance are going to do pretty well on this bottom.
Exactly, and Handskin already pulling the creep wave as we see every single game. The position or hero, bring that in front of Death Prophet's tower. And S4, like they don't really have any kill potential. S4 really has to mess up. Actually die. But can just constantly right click this off.
I was doing a local UK event about a month ago, and one thing we noticed in that tournament was none of the position 4s were really pulling the creep waves for their offlaners, and they'd be in these like unfavorable matchups, or sometimes favorable matchups, but still losing because they just had creep control the entire time. And eventually somebody decided to start doing it, and then they're like, oh, and then everyone starts doing it the whole tournament, and everyone's pulling the creep waves fast. They realize it. Pretty damn good. Not something you want to miss out on. Handskin's doing a good job disrupting this Sven, who's trying to farm peacefully between his 2 towers. Laying into Ilias a bit here as well down at bottom, as these Radiant heroes are getting a little bit battered by Alliance. Plenty of regen though.
They go for a bastard level.
Dedication honors us.
The extra mana regen for this. It's gonna be a little bit slower. But that's okay. They're just looking at XP in this bot lane for eventually Sven is just get out here and just go start jungle.
Creeps.
Stuff for him. Even so far. Wave is in front of Nico Baby's tower, so happy with that.
Yeah. And we see, FNG immediately going to utilize the fact that Nico Baby's just farming under his tower. This frees him up to go and do all the stuff. He can make stacks. He can be more efficient in the lane. He's going to make the double stack here. Like, this is why you want to have lane control when playing in the safe. stops your support having to babysit you, allows you to get solo XP because there's just no threat if you die.
Nice stacks already from F. They're also planning an early ward and a sentry there. So if VP ever decide to go there, plant a vision, it's going to get warded right away.
Oh, yes. S4 taking a bit of damage in response, but Hanska just coming in, gets them both inside the cogs, and SL is going to be able to stick a straw into the both of them with the Spirit Siphon and just start taking away their HP. Nice trading again from Alliance in this bottom lane as they continue to lay the pressure onto these Pro heroes.
I wonder who's gonna be actually taking. Most likely gonna end up. Right now he's got pretty much full resources. Quap still waiting for that bottle to come back. A bit low on health at the moment, and in 10 seconds the rune is gonna spawn. This big rune right now.
Yep, let's see. Save's gonna come in and try and harass up Limp a little bit. Limp's gonna throw in the orb, but it's the Invis rune picked up by Save. It's going to end up going in towards the Phoenix, so not filling up anybody's bottle. Unfortunately for Limp and GPK, but first blood happens down in the bottom lane as they run down S4. Ilias and Sven get some sweet revenge as Hanskin goes off to try and get the rune, leaves the DP alone, and unfortunately S4 just didn't respect the damage which Epileptic Kid and Ilias could really put out.
Yeah, he got that level 2 Stormhammer skilled up on the Sven. It must have really not expected that happen. I mean, S4 was pretty much the last person I expected to actually die first. VP making a good call there, while Hanskin did have to go help with the power rune.
Absolutely. You're taking advantage of the fact that Hanskin was elsewhere. So that's going to put things pretty favorably into VODS Pro's pockets in the bottom lane. They'll be definitely happy with that. Bit of comeback potential. They can start to turn these side lanes around. And able to secure the bounty rune at least. And it looks like it's Stevens on that rune.
Okay. So,
is he going to TP to the orb and try and steal the bounty? No, he's not. Probably because she knows GPK.
He doesn't know. He also doesn't know, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have seen players just try and like invade sneakily, and if they ever think that, hey, you know, this guy's got an empty bottle, they're probably going to be trying to min-max this one out, go and steal it. So not this time. They're just going to turn around and drop a bunch of spells onto Hanskin's face instead, so he's going to be forced to cogs defensively rather than wanting to cogs aggressively. And this is really nice, that the way they just see this clock and they just drop all their spells on him, it stops him being able to get anybody inside the cogs, which would allow S4 to get off the Spirit Siphon and the Crypt Swarm. So yeah, I quite like what Hanskin's doing in this bottom lane. Sorry, what VP are doing in this.
It's good. Again, a little bit hard to pressure up S4. They killed him one time, but now he's level 5 already. And he's got 15 denies on S4. That's a lot of denies. This lane. Not gonna be happy about that. Only level 4.5. He might just go into the jungle now. He's like, alright, this lane looks pretty bad for me. I know the lane's pushing in catapult, but when Alliance can dive me, Omni, you just take over this. If you die, you die, but at least you get a bunch of get Hanskin making the play. He knows what this tries to chase him out of. He just moves right back around.
Goes down in the middle lane, tries to make the deep dive. He had a DD rune and wanted to try and finish off GPK, but the rotation in from Save turns it in his favor, and they will get that kill onto the puck.
Wait, that's interesting. Where was his coil on Limp? He just didn't skill it up.
Nope, didn't want it.
He actually went for the level 2 silence instead of the coil. Maybe that's what he actually needed to be able to kill GPK.
And now GPK coming in towards the bottom lane, full HP, full mana, trying to jump onto S4. He has got that Sonic Wave if he wants to try and bring down S4. Needs a little bit more damage than he's got right now. Meanwhile, Hanskin, he's just going to run away on the side, and it looks like they won't be able to actually turn this into a kill, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. Hanskin comes back. He goes the TP out. That's not going to happen, Sunshine. Good night. GPK will close the gates with a Sonic Wave.
Coil, but
yeah,
he has the raindrop on the Phoenix, so he's actually very tanky. Look at this, yo, 940 HP. Not a squishy boy, that's for sure.
he's not. That's really not how you want to be spending your first few minutes as level 6 on Puck. You know, you want to be making these plays happen. You want to be trying to bring down these heroes. As Coddle's going to help him farm up these big stacks here. Even making another one in the process. Love the efficiency.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very good XP and gold. On Nico Baby getting pressured up top by himself.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
DM just doing it
On the way here too. DM's got his ulti. Where would you rate DM as an off?
Radiant are scanning.
Honestly, I think he's the best offlaner, we've seen come into the scene in Metal Puck. I think he is very, very good. Yeah, I remember seeing him play mid for a team called Arkham City Esports Club, which was him, Funnick, and I think some German players.
Yeah.
And he was kicking ass back then, and he was playing mid, and he was playing like Sanking and stuff, and I was goofing around, but you know, you could just see the mechanical skill of this guy was actually insane. And not just that, but he always plays for his team. Like he always plays for his team. Like he's never greedy. He can be greedy if he thinks that's what's going to be best to secure the game. But yeah, he's just a guy that wins games. And that's what you want in an offlaner. Yeah, I think DM's a really incredible talent.
He is. I always see him just having a great game, no matter what hero he plays. And that's very impressive.
Yeah.
Very nice dude too.
Standing on as well, does he?
And I heard him do the inner.
Oh yeah.
Open.
Yeah, I mean he's got a few heroes as well, which you can just kind of play to a much higher degree. So he does so on the Mars here, brings down FNG, catches him out, just uses mobility to get on top of him and get that kill. Mars as well. I think Sand King and Axe are definitely two heroes he really stands out with as well. Oh yeah. Meanwhile, down the bottom lane, they're looking up to the Phoenix, save corner in the tree line. They're going to be able to bring him down, but in comes DM, looking for a bit of a retribution play. Turns in with the gold review, but unfortunately he's losing.
Wow,
the Sonic Wave is taken down now. But Esport's still perfectly healthy. No, well, maybe not for long. GPK and Ilias trying to chase him down, but they don't want to stay too close because his Exorcism's just constantly ticking through. It looked pretty from VIRTUS Pro, but in the end, wasn't really that good.
Dude, that level 4 Spirit Siphon. Look at S4's build. He does not have that max out Quick Storm. It just healed him for so much, right? This Mars has 1400 HP. Phoenix also has a lot of health. Yeah. In with that Heavenly Grace is actually eating back a lot of HP to S4 too. So it looks like he might die, but that level 4 Siphon build is just spot on from S4.
Yeah, he did 2,500
so much presence.
damage in his early game fight. Very impressive.
Good use of the first Exo, just forcing people getting a kill onto the Mars. Otherwise, top lane.
Look at old Caster's Curse as well for DM there. You know, we spend a bunch of time bigging him up and then makes a play which is a little bit not
middle limp. Oh, he got the tower.
Darren will do it. Beautifully done with the orb. The Jordan back after getting the last hit onto the tower. Very nicely done from the Puck.
Bottom tower is under attack.
That like the kid also going to take top tower, but this mid tower dying, that's a pretty big deal. Alliance going to be able to protect their jungle much easier now too. VP don't really have that instant defend the mid lane.
Radiant's bottom tower
trying to play around here with DM, but might have taken that too far. He turns around, drops down. The Dream Calls trying to interrupt DM. Nice dodge on the spear. It's not going to be enough to keep him alive though. They will be able to drop the Puck. And VP going to be happy about that one as they dive in to the enemy jungle and even start to close out the map a little bit. But thankfully, Nico Baby's farming on the other side of the map. He is predicting the movement of VIRTUS Pro and playing where they don't want him to be, which is in their safe lane.
Gonna wait for that Echo Saber.
Radiant's bottom tower is
with Chaos on Omni Knight. I think the Echo Saber is the timing when VP want to take the mid. GPK also making his way towards the north. Gonna be having a pretty early Orc enemies. Same time.
Radiant
Limp, understanding that, going for the Yule's first item too. Dagger. Blade.
Yeah, no E-Blades today. Thompson is playing That's what they already playing. Meanwhile, DM and Handskin having a bit of a lover's quarrel here as the comps come down. The hook shot as well, just trying to hold him in place for as long as possible. Villiers comes in, throws down the heels, keeps DM alive and ticking. And Alliance won't be able to get that kill. but
I like the pace Alliance is playing at right now. It's not like overly aggressive, it's not defensive. Whenever their skills are up, they'll try to go together, make something happen. And FNG has been making plenty of stacks in this game. Just help them keep up VP's farming. And PA is gonna have a pretty quick Battle Fury. We're looking at what, 15 minutes here?
yeah,
And if Nico Baby doesn't die, that's like a 20-minute Desolator as well. Really good for him.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sven with the inbuilt Battle Fury is already farming pretty damn quickly across the map on his way towards that Echo Saber and top of net worth currently, but once Nico Baby has that Battle Fury, we'll farm at a faster rate. Are you okay with the way VIRTUS Pro's played into his PA so far? Hold the phone.
This smoke could be pretty big.
Yeah, this is huge. Hook shot in onto the Sven. Ilias is here to try and kill him up though. In he goes, but the ultimate pop from FNG trying to stun as much as possible. Gold strength actually being popped from Lefty. Wolf trying to take this fight. Heal comes in. He gets a kill. DA as well. They keep him alive. As Wolf comes through, needs to finish the job, but can he do so? They will get at least one, but they've given so much for this at this point. Omni kind of get himself away. Esport being beleaguered. They take down FNG in the back, and now the core come through trying to buy some space, but it's not going to be enough to keep S4 alive. Limp just going to run himself back. Meanwhile, ping's coming out for Nico Baby. He's just farming nearby, looking to maybe get involved, so it looked good. It didn't, so he didn't. They stayed back, and they're just going to hit that reset button. Although saying that, Nico Baby coming pretty far forward. GPK showing off this Orchid, and also getting the Arcane Rune there as well. So GPK going to be happy with that one. But yeah, I mean, the Sven staying alive for such a long time. They do get the kill in the end, though. So in some ways, it's worth it for Alliance, but they did lose a lot of heroes in the process.
They lost a lot of heroes, and the DP means then gonna finish his Echo Saber in 300 gold, and they're just gonna run straight out to the mid. If that heal did not come out in the end there, that could have been really bad for VP, because Clockwork would have still been alive, and they would have just tried to go onto the Phoenix together, and at least maybe if they do lose some heroes on Alliance, S4 could have lived. Because S4 died as well, that's why it looked kind of bad. That being said, Nico Baby, he was free farming the whole time. And Sven was dead, so he's very happy. He's got that 15-minute Battle Fury. He's going for a BKB instead of the Desolator. Understanding that Mars, Sven, Orchid, like these are problematic.
Armor have omniscience.
And now they go forward onto the Clockwork. That is a dead little robot. Good night, Hanskin. In the top lane, VIRTUS Pro really starting to get this ball rolling, finding their pressure. This is that high momentum Dota, which you have to fear if you are playing into this squad. You have to be ready. You have to have the counter plays ready. And, well, this is one of them. As they drop GPK in the middle lane. Very nicely done onto the Quap by Limp and S4. And meanwhile, Nico Baby's just farming up this bottom side of the map again and again and again. No one is coming to interrupt him. VIRTUS Pro, they really just want to find kills elsewhere on the map and try and pressure the objectives rather than chasing Nico Baby around the map.
Not really been able to find big Orchid play. Like
Dire's
to.
top tower is under
I
attack.
think this Orchid would have been nice, like bulking, finding Baby or something. Been kind of delaying things on the side of VP while Sven waiting to finish. He has it now, but Pop is dead. Exo is going to be back up now. Level 12, by the way, on he's almost level 13. Jeez, he's having a great game. Kind of expected it, right? Laning into Sven and Omni Knight. Yeah. This great of a game, pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he did have that one early on death, but definitely made up for it. You know, the Spirit Siphon's such a good ability in this game, staying alive through some clutch engagements as well, and making good plays with Limp. These two have been doing such a good job of opening the map up for the Phantom Assassins, and now VP are forcing a team fight. They indeed have the Echo Saber and the Mask of Madness coming through onto the middle tier 1 tower. Limp is here though with the influence, gets his choice of setup. He's gonna lock down the 2 cores, but in comes the Supernova right on the head with the arena. Yules comes down, but they're gonna be in some trouble. S4 just trying to hold his ground, get as many Spirit Siphons off as he can. He's doing exactly that. Jay comes through, the hook shot comes down the backline to try to bring down the Queen of Pain. Can they do so? No, she flicks herself away. Meanwhile, the Mask in the middle, beleaguered somewhat as they drop down the Sonic Wave. Still not doing enough to bring down these heroes, and they manage to isolate an Athletic Kid as he's trying to run himself away. Not gonna happen. Cut down by Nico Baby. A great fight for Alliance. Really beautifully played as they force out the spells from VP, but are able to dodge it. First the puck with the Yules, dodging the Supernova explosion, and the DP just connecting with all of these Spirit Siphons to keep herself alive. And in the end, you know, it's not an explosive fight. Only 1 kill in the end as the Sven drops, but still, very, very important kill.
all the ultis were expended in that engagement, and that was an amazing will-o-wisp. That just landed on all of VP's heroes. They didn't want to kill it. They tried to get out of it, but that created a very awkward situation where they didn't have that positioning any longer. VP, you know, like clockwork, they get their items, they go straight down mid lane to that tower. 5 heroes and an alliance. I think they did their homework. They knew that was gonna happen, and they prepared for it.
They did indeed, but wow, VIRTUS Pro, they're meeting the match here, you know. I came into this series thinking like, you know, it has the possibility to be a bit of a stomp for VIRTUS Pro, considering the form they've been on recently, but Alliance, given their all, at least so far in this match, Nigma is really starting to pull ahead now.
Yeah, he's just a recipe away from that BKB. That fight, even though they only lost a Sven, it's enormous because they made their first 5-man move and it failed horrendously. Because normally when BP does that move, they're actually destroying the game after. Because they will take the tower, if the enemy fights them, they get like 2 or 3 kills, and then they just completely take over the triangle area and everything. So VP, this is the second attempt now.
They're trying for it again. They know their cooldowns are slightly shorter than that of Alliance's with Exo at 20 seconds. They're just going to try and bully them off the tower. Ooh, Coil actually misses. Nearly catches out save, but not quite connecting. And now I think Alliance just needs to leave. But unfortunately, FNG looking like he's going to get left behind. The old man and his horse put to death as the tower shall shortly follow.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they do get that tower, but they did manage to hold off for about 2 minutes on the side of Alliance. That did help PA finish up her BKB now. 19-minute Battlefield BKB. Defend Roshan now. And also have this PA involved in the engagements.
I'm ready to go. They've got this BKB coming out on the courier now for the Phantom Assassin. Oh, and a nice little neutral item as well to give us some lifesteal, which it didn't previously have. Thank you very much, Vampire Fangs. PA loves that item. They are feeling fighting fit. Shame about that coil in the last fight. Lim tried to grab it on the Phoenix just as Save Icarus dived away. Didn't quite land it in time. And therefore the coil gets wasted and there's no more defense possible. But they were already lacking the exorcism, so they needed a nice coil to get themselves a kill. Nevertheless, Alliance still a good play.
It'd been nice if that coil did land on the feet.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
but now they
fortified.
really start to take over the map. They go into the enemy triangle, pushing down the tier 1 tower. The last one left alive inside of VIRTUS Pro is going to probably be taken by Alliance. The counter aggression comes out from VP though. The Epileptic Kid pushing down the same mirroring tier 1. Hanskin's already in the neighborhood though. He might be thinking of popping something here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Catch them. I'll just just quick and back together as a team. Here it would be very awkward. Did you see FNG now? VP, they're like, that's the one we want.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Silence on the map as the killing has kind of stopped, and both teams are trying to work around each other. No one wants to be the one to make that big misstep. As is the Sven, he's going to have his own BKB finish now. I kind of feel like Alliance should have tried to take that fight whilst the Sven was BKB-less and the PA had hers. Could have been a big advantage, but they didn't find anything. So they continue to... Still a bit of a gold advantage for Alliance. Do you feel like they're in a good position right now?
Alliance, yes. VP, I think they're feeling a little bit uncomfortable. I'm not sure if they faced this much of a result to play with Sven, but they do have the BKB now, so this is another timing.
I'm going to drop though. He's going to pop the coat. This is a slightly awkward engagement from VP as they can't get off that arena straight away. Hanskin might just be sacrificed. Alliance, what they want to do here, throw with the blinding light. Arena comes down. They're throwing so much onto this clockwork and they will get Hanskin. Meanwhile, Esport jumps in with the BKB, pop from those Spirit Cyclones. The Supernova's going to go uncontested. GA's going to come down, but that Ignis Sparta's holding back along with the coil. Stopping VP from coming forward, but now they get on top of the Connor. Connor gets torn ahead. Now S4 on the run, getting run down with the silence. No survival for her. Read that Alliance, they are going to lose this one. And Nico Baby's actually in this engagement. Uh-oh. Can blink across the limp in just a second. Should be okay. But still a really bad fight from Alliance there. They kind of weren't quite sure if they wanted to really make it happen. Taking the 4-on-2, which eventually turned into a 5-on-5. But again, just not quite going their way in the end. What was the downfall of Alliance in that one?
I think they just hesitated. They saw that Arena was dropped, Sven popped his spells, and they just wanted to sacrifice Clockwork. But S4 had another idea. He felt like he was really strong with his Exo and the BKB. So all of a sudden, Alliance is like, wait, are we backing? Are we fighting? And then S4 goes in. They have to follow up. They have to help him out. He's a big boy in this game, and ended up being not the right call. Fighting into a Supernova. Alliance were already thinking about getting out of there. If they just gave away the Clockwork and got out, I think Alliance would have had a chance to take Roshan right after that when the Clockwork was alive, and take a better fight against VP. But I think this is the way VP plays. You know, they get their timings, they force something, and it makes you think: do we fight? Do we not fight? You know, and they just take advantage of those errors coming out from the enemy team. And now they're starting to build up some momentum. Alliance is a little bit up on gold, but Epileptic Kid, he's feeling really good now. Going for a Hyperstone. Is that an AC? Get some armor against this assassin, possibly?
Definitely, yeah. Armor into the Phantom Assassin and into the DP as well. Really important in this game, I think. I think that pick up a lot, and they're immediately going to get the silence onto the puck. No follow-up, though. They're not really committing very hard to this one. They don't really want to fight up into the high ground when they don't have that vision already down, so they are going to respect Alliance.
At least Alliance is very fortunate that this Roshan was not taken by VP already, so they still got that opportunity to fight over there.
Going down, they're getting ward on the high ground, which means they can follow through the Torino. Where did they go? Alliance heroes just get swept off the map. This is a terrible engagement for Alliance as VIRTUS Pro take down 4 instantaneously. Oh no, the hook shot missing, cutting through everybody, and then just setting themselves up for the easiest arena into Sven Cleave, into Supernova. They really had nothing to do with that Alliance, and they really tried to push hard to make that fight work, but unfortunately it was doomed from the start, and now Roshan is going to be their reward.
That was a double stun too, right? S4 just can't afford to get disabled like that, because he's just going to get chain stun. Got to get that Exo and the BKB off. On top of that, when Nico Baby, he blinked onto the Omni Knight, tried to kill the egg with that attack seed, but he didn't click BKB, so he got instantly Yuled. Got stunned as soon as he came back down. Maybe if he killed the egg there, he could have got away, but also dying too. And now they get the Roshan on BP. The game suddenly looks so incredibly hard for Alliance now.
Symphony of subpar BKB usages from Alliance really cost them heavily in their second big team fight of the game. Losing 2 back-to-back, it makes this game incredibly difficult for them to come back into it. They do have Nico Baby PA, which is always something you've got to consider, but now the hookshot landing onto the Phoenix. They always want to get this easy kill, and maybe chain it into something else in this then. Well, I mean, this guy has an Aegis, probably not the guy you want to be committing to right now. They realize that. They'll just blast him off with some cogs and move on.
Dire's middle tower.
VP is also not interested in fighting right now. They got 10 seconds left on the Gosh round. You know this team, they're always going to wait for their cooldowns before they take these engagements. But now that it's up, and he's like 100 gold from Playmill, they might just finish that and start running at Alliance once again.
And these Supernovas have been completely unstoppable inside these team fights as well. With the Arena and with the Sven, and it's just too much damage, too much control. And too much kind of AoE to just run in and attack the egg together. You'll just get comboed up and die on all your heroes if you try and do that. So Supernova is really up free.
Not only that, Phantom Assassin is not either.
No.
They don't have the option to even save decides to just go in, ramble, stop dying.
Yeah, and that's not gonna happen.
As we say that, no,
him.
yeah.
This has been happening a lot recently. That Epileptic Kid running onto the high ground once again, looking for a target. Sees Limp. Limp blinks away. Nico Baby as well, just to use the blade. He has been pinged out by Save though, saying, look, PA is nearby. 13 seconds, there's no creep camp there. But unfortunately, the investigation is only carrying on so far. S4 actually initiating onto Epileptic Kid here. Now, this is going to be for the BKB. Meanwhile, they're going to the backline. Puck, though, immediately going to get speared up to a tree. Sonic Wave going to cut through as well. Lip almost losing his life. Throws down the ult, but now the Arena comes down. Hanskins probably going to be the one to die here. The Puck is able to getting himself... Oh no, he dies and then bites back to the tower. Immediate buyback. Now they're going with the Eagles trying to plant the Mars quickly as possible, but the save comes in once more from Ilias, just keeping his heroes alive, using all his heals onto the Mars. Now the PH is getting completely cut as the Supernova comes down as well. They're trying to reset on Alliance, get themselves back. 2 buybacks though. They need to make this fight happen, but they can't find the pickoff. They don't have the hook shots, they don't have the cap, they don't have a foil either. They jump in though with the silent spend, trying to take those front lines, using Navy to buy a team some space, but Nigma just jumps straight past him, takes down Ilias, and now just trying to fight into GPK. GPK is surprisingly tanky as they take down the spend for the first time. He's going back to life. It's a buyback out from the Omni Knight as they back themselves away on VIRTUS Pro. A really costly fight from Alliance, and it's really difficult to say they come out with the win there. Yes, they take down the Aegis. Yes, Nico Baby gets himself a kill or two, but still, the buybacks from Alliance, it's just not enough for them.
They got 1 kill onto the Omni Knight and he bought out. Maybe if they kill him again, that's when it's really worth it for Alliance. But yeah, Limp buying back there. It's not gonna feel too good about that. Hanskin, same thing. They just keep kiting so well, actually on both sides, honestly. Like Alliance, they got away from that Supernova, came back in, tried to make the best of the situation, but it just wasn't enough.
Now Hanskin getting bullied, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
He's not getting
Not
out of this
Hanskin.
one. The purification will finish the job.
Tower is under attack.
That's 70 seconds. He's gone for, and this is gonna be tier 2 tower dead for Alliance most likely. Epileptic Kid decides to push all the way in.
He had dreams of Ags, and I believe he had like 1,200-ish gold towards it earlier on. But a couple of bad
Still
fights.
at the same place.
And
He had to buy back. Very unfortunate. Also, did you see how many gold heroes there were in the last fight? Everyone was just BKB'd.
Dire's
Oh, right.
top tower is
BKB.
under attack.
They were all just BKB'd in one engagement. I'm like, wow, that looks really scary.
yeah, everyone's just dropping him with the BKBs, and anyone who's not BKB'd is going to get heavily graced up by Ilias. Like, these heroes just aren't falling. That is the problem. No one is dying.
It's the Will-O-Wisp. The Will-O-Wisp is like pretty much forcing all of VP's heroes to like click the BKB right away too.
Dire's top tower has
The
fallen.
fights.
He's farming currently as well. He's just making some stacks in enemy jungle, farming them up with his Illuminate. Getting some money anyway, knows how.
A prize.
I mean, he's got good items. Cape next. Pretty big position 5.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Pushing, buying some time for his allies.
I'm sure Cottolags is going to receive it. His current Cottolags is a little bit too.
Oh, it's like what, the worst axe, right?
Probably. Good. I would say Terrorblade's Ags is better than Cottolags.
Oh, definitely. Terrorblade axe is a...
Hopefully we'll see something cool coming for Cottle. But not right now. Probably not going to be buying that up. He's actually going for a Solar Crash, just wants to buff up his PA a little bit further. Thought that would be the Nature's Prophet's, sorry, the Death Prophet's job, but she's instead going for the Shiva's Guard.
Dire's
I like that
middle
item in
tower
this game.
is under
Does
attack.
seem very strong. Still a way off though.
You need the armor. Playing as DP and playing as Mars. S4 was having a pretty good game, but just a couple of bad engagements to put him back.
Yeah.
Pain has overtaken
Be fearless.
Death Prophet by a lot now too. Pretty much an entire big item. PK going for MKB next. Wants to be a Phantom Assassin killer as well in this game.
Yeah, but Alliance are doing a really good job right now of just kind of pushing out the side lanes and being very annoying. What's wrong?
Check Epileptic Kid. I did not click him for a little bit, like 2 or 3 minutes I think, and look what he's got. An entire MKB complete.
Dire's
Finished off that
bottom
AC a little while
tower
ago,
has
now
fallen.
whips out an MKB from nowhere. Yeah, he's just pulling items out of somewhere we don't really want to know about. It's terrifying. And now the PA is going to
And
have
this
to deal with
is
that.
exactly. He's gonna be extremely... She was already scared to jump into the fight, even though she had a BKB, right? She couldn't find the angles to be able to blink in, and now there's an MKB on the Sven. Not only that, these supports from VIRTUS Pro are very hard for Nico Baby to deal with. Omni Knight has a Ghost Scepter. Every time he gets daggered, he instantly pops the Ghost Scepter. And then VIRTUS and Save has Yule, 2600 HP, can just pop that Supernova. How many good targets to go on Nico Baby?
Indubitably, it's not quite the situation you
though.
want to find yourself in. Titanic might help. Unfortunately, when the crits come in, sometimes you just can't catch the damage from straight up damage that got here with these items.
Is under attack.
To return the hits in time. Hopefully, VA will be able to survive these engagements.
Radiant
but
are scanning.
I don't know, man. It's feeling difficult. And VP have shown absolutely no hesitation in just jumping in, blowing up these heroes. When they commit to a fight, they go for it. Alliance have not been showing anywhere near the same amount of commitment to the engagement. So I think that's probably would be their biggest downfall in this fight. They've just like held back 1 or 2 seconds, and that's what caused it for them. But now this is decisive. They're so close to fire. They're around into the triangle, but they're hyper aware of this. But they're in the area. Let's see what happens. Trying to get himself out of this one.
Radiant's middle tower
is coming down with such a big deal. That was a hard axe coming down. Already. And now the hideout reflected. Oh, it's not trying to get the blitz back up into the hideout, but gets into a tree and kills off instead. Hideout defender gets the hill onto the PA. Maybe gets 4 as well. But there's by the ledge. She's a quick little lady. Follow goes. I'll tell you where to go. But it doesn't look like anybody else is looking to chase down S4. So I don't think this is very result of the kill. But wow. What a crazy fight. I didn't really expect the Sven to want to buy back there, but he did. He gave the kill onto PA, sure, but now opportunity for Alliance to take the next engagement.
If they get the Roshan, then it's completely fine.
True.
Bob back there, right? He's got pretty much, you know, full items time being anyway. He just needs Aegis, and it's going to be up very soon. Alliance, that was an incredible fight. That snap from the Sven and Omni Knight not being close enough to be able to get that Guardian Angel off the Sven. Like, he takes a lot of damage from the Desolator of the Phantom Assassin plus the Death Prophet ultimate, the Exorcism. He has to be a little bit careful not letting himself get snapped Dream Coil.
Yeah, I mean, that was a reveal, so you can kind of forgive them for falling to it once, but next engagement, they're going to be aware of it, and now Roshan is being taken. Oh no, you can't let this go, Alliance, but at the same time, without that PA, it's very difficult for them to actually take care of that PA. They're going for it, they're running forward, they've got the Espartas, they've got the rockets as well.
He's gonna have to hook shot in right now.
There's no way.
DM is blocking it.
Has fallen to the Radiant.
I remember the days.
Around, just making sure.
Remember the days when hook shot into stealing Aegis and stuff was a thing? Nowadays, everybody knows this kind of stuff. They like literally surround that pit, not let the clockwork even get close to hitting the target inside.
They know what's going on. 4 o'clock. There was a time. There is one play you can make though when you have the access to refresh it, so you deliberately hookshot onto one of the heroes defending it, just jump to the other side and then hookshot in again. It's yeah, pretty advanced. Don't see it very often, but it has
Radiant's turret has been killed.
They're trying to hold this high ground. They're going to go for this fight. Hello, the S4 popping the Exorcism, committing pretty hard to this. Hookshot again, missing. Oh no, and now they really come down to controlling of the ball. They don't want to miss again. They're going to try and take out Supernova. It's 1 hit. They won't do it. Oh no, they've lost Nico Baby. They're going to lose S4 as well. Talk about it, FNG. He's trying to run himself away. Not going to happen. Oh, they couldn't kill the egg. Epileptic Kid gets in, cleaves through these heroes, and now they're running up the high ground with an Aegis. Alliance, they might have made their last play here. It was so close to working, so close to bring down that Supernova, but then the Sven come through with the big damage, and
that's double MKB and Queen of Pain, and this Phantom Assassin needs to be killing one of them and not the egg.
yeah. They really do.
Two heroes.
About it before, this egg is just a huge bait. If you go and try and kill it, there's way too much AoE damage on GPK and Epileptic Kid. You to actually do it successfully without losing all your health. Didn't even finish the job.
40 seconds on PA. I'm not sure they're gonna stop here. They don't have the God Strength. That's why they're going back. They're actually playing very slow right now. VP, or not slow but safe, because they know PA could potentially have a buyback. We know she doesn't. They don't know that.
Yeah, a little bit surprising to me still, as they did have creeps coming onto the high ground, but just erring on the side of caution.
Yeah, this is the safe way for sure. You got the game down. Oh, Mr. DX. Oh, he's gonna lose the gem. Oh no, he gets it.
All's well, all's well. FNG trying to make some plays, but
that was pretty funny actually. If he actually got the gem and somehow got away from there, that would have been cool. But when you drop the gem, it provides like vision, right?
Yeah.
So he saw FNG like on top of the gem, and that's why he was able to get that.
Clowny though. Now without their Ignis VODS, this could be a pretty tricky high ground defense, Steven.
That's a dieback.
Radiant's top
So
tower
maybe
is under
it wasn't the
attack.
coolest play, dying.
Radiant's top tower has
Got the
fallen.
God Strength too.
Yep.
He has an Abyssal Blade. Then too.
Dire's
And again,
structures
if
are
you're
fortified.
gonna land a hook shot, now's the time to do it. But they want to wait. They want to try and wait it out. 25 seconds. They've got a bit of harassment. They've got a fortification now over. And GPK gonna jump in, looking straight forward onto Limb. Supernova coming down nice and deep here as they take down one, and the Punk's gonna use himself into the air. But when he comes back down, he's gonna get murderized. There is a buyback available. Punk's gonna use it. It's gonna be a 4-on-5. Oh, they're actually having to run into this before the tunnel's even up. As 4 trying to make something happen, is running around with these ghosts, but now GPK jumps in with that 25 time, but Nigma Baby looks for the response. Tease out from GPK, keeps him alive. The Mega Creeps have been gone. Now can Alliance find anything from this? Dual Yule's coming out as they take down FNG on the side. He comes back to life, does get off to the Ignis VODS. Sven tries to take it down, but it's just going to get controlled up by it. Nigma Baby, he needs to commit to this because they're facing Megas now, but they just don't feel like they have the manpower. They want to try and wait out the clock, maybe. But, I mean, they've been Mega'd here. It seems so unlikely they're actually going to be able to hold on for this one. They will try for one final fight, perhaps. Or they might just let VP relieve, and yeah, it looks like that's going to be the call. Oh, yeah.
Try to off from Gus, and Nico Baby needs to make his way into a rapier, hopefully.
There it is, yeah.
There's a quick buy right now.
I mean, even for Nico Baby, I feel like his chances are slim.
Not heresy.
1% chance, says Daddy Gabe. A 1% comeback. Well, I think I'd agree with that. I think 1% seems likely.
Quite generous.
Are you getting into decimals?
We might have to looking at this game. But you get the PA factor. That's the one thing they got. This game will take another 30 minutes if Alliance have a shot at winning this.
VP have to mess up spectacularly, I'd say, to not win this game. Or Alliance makes some absolutely crazy plays. Let's see.
Go up. They need to win this fight.
Dagger across. Counter up and down now, so with the Hex on full edge. Hit the Death Prophet, they both shot in, but it's not enough to keep her alive. They'll take it down. These golden heroes smashing through everybody that comes their way. They do have a buyback on Hanskin. He's going to try and do something here, but Nico maybe just the engagement. He has popped that Satanic trying to keep himself alive. Can he out DPS the Sven? No, he could not. Sven is too damn big, and DVP are too damn strong. They'll take down everybody on the side of Alliance and claim that GG. Prize it from their cold, dead lips. Game number 1, it goes the way of VIRTUS Pro. It looked so close. Alliance, they looked like they were doing great, but then the moment they start team fighting, VIRTUS Pro remind everybody